Hello, Taurus. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I hope that you're doing well today. This is your prediction for November 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Taurus in any of those placements, odds are there is a message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind, Taurus, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So just take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said, Taurus, let's begin. Okay. Tapping into the Taurus collective now for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Taurus need to know for November 2025? Okay. I just heard the shit just hit the fan. Let's see what that's all about. Yeah, got the Five of Swords came flying out of the deck, as well as the Six of Cups card. So you might be having an argument or a disagreement here with a soul connection with an individual in your life. Let me try that again, Taurus. For Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, what does Taurus need to know for November 2025? What does Taurus need to know for November 2025? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, we have the Death card. In the top row, you have the Six of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Flanking the Death card, you have the Three of Swords, and you have the Emperor. In the bottom row, you have the Seven of Swords, the Chariot, as well as the Four of Pentacles. Little sneak peek now into December. We have Justice, we have Eight of Wands, and we have the Two of Swords, and that leaves the Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, and a Tower here at the bottom of the deck. Not the greatest energies here, Taurus. I'm going to be honest with you, but better to be prepared ahead of time. Okay, let's see where we go with this message. I'm going to use the After Tarot deck to clarify these cards. The cards in this particular deck have a slightly different meaning, and we'll go through them as required or as needed for your reading. But first, I just kind of want to get them down on the table. So tapping into the Taurus collective now for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Can you clarify this message here for Taurus, please, for November 2025? We are clarifying the Six of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Three of Swords, the Death card, the Emperor, the Seven of Swords, the Chariot, and the Four of Pentacles for Taurus. One more shuffle. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Swords is being clarified by the Six of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Swords. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Page of Wands. The Three of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. The Death card is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. The Emperor is clarified by the Page of Swords. The Seven of Swords is clarified by the Chariot. The Chariot is clarified by the Six of Swords. And the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Sneak peek now into December. You have a Page of Cups, you have the Three of Swords, and you have a King of Cups. And that leaves the Eight of Wands, Hangman, and the World card here at the bottom of the deck. Whew, Taurus, got very heavy in your reading. Your overall energy for the month of December is the Five of Pentacles to the Death card. Something has to give. You have a situation, environment, connection. I feel like this is more connection based in your life, where you have an individual here in your life that is depleting you. Now, they could be depleting you energetically. They could be depleting you financially. The connection with them could be, you could feel like it's void, or there's an absence here that I'm feeling like maybe this person has ghosted you, or they've left you on red, meaning you're texting them and they're not responding, or you could feel abandoned by this individual. This is definitely the feeling of there's another entity here on the board that is not yours, and this individual is making you feel abandoned or neglected, or possibly even like devaluing you in some way. And your feeling here is, I don't know whether or not I want to permanently end this connection. I do think that there's a level here of love or respect. Um, but there's something like, the staying connected to this other energy, to this other individual, is it beneficial to me? Um, and there's serious contemplation. This is someone that you look at as a soulmate connection. So it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a lover. For some of you, this could even be an ex, to be quite honest with you, but there's still this energetic attachment, and there's this feeling of like, I don't know if, when, or how I'm going to let this go for good, or if I even want to do that. For me, the death card in tarot is usually like a slow release or a slow transformation. It's not something that happens overnight. If you think of anything that dies, even like flowers, he got me sunflowers today, but there's usually a decay, right? I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to be dead. They're going to slowly die in time. So so whatever connection this is, I feel like it's been slowly decaying. And if this isn't your reading, then it's just not your reading. Check another placement. But I've tapped into a group of you where you already have this connection in your life, but it's slowly kind of exiting your life. And there's this feeling here on your part, energetically speaking, like, I don't know if I want to end this once and for all, or can I transform it? Like if this is a lover or even an ex-lover, there could be a feeling here like, well, maybe we can maintain a friendship when this is done and over with. So there's a lot of contemplation here. We have the Six of Swords to the Six of Cups. That's that soulmate, soul bond connection. And the contemplation here is, do I really want to move on from this individual? And what will life look like when I do that, when I no longer engage with this individual or I no longer talk to them? Now, for some of you, in that Ten of Pentacles, this is either an individual that you have financial resources locked up with or tied up with. So for some of you, it could be a spouse. For others of you, this could be an individual that you've known for a long time in that Ten of Pentacles. And for others of you, this very well could be work related, because the Ten of Pentacles in that respect would be the entity that you obtain income from, even if you're a business owner. So there's serious contemplation here about leaving something behind that either has been in your life a long time, or a person who's been in your life a long time, or a job that's been in your life for a long time. But the feeling here is, whoever this other entity is, regardless of whether it's professional, personal, or romantic, there's no equal give and take. You're over giving, and as a result of your over giving, you're feeling depleted. So whoever this other entity or energy is, they're not giving to you what you wish to receive from them. And there seems to be heavy contemplation about, should I just move on from this, right? Do I want to leave this job? Do I want to leave this community? Do I want to leave this person behind? And then the Page of Wands to the Three of Cups is like, but is there a way to make this good again, right? If I'm breaking up with this person, can I still maintain a friendship with them? Is there a way to re-energize this connection? Maybe I don't have to leave it at all. Maybe we can just redefine it. Maybe we can find the joy in it again. Maybe I can be happy about the workplace once again. So there's just a card here of like discovery of like, is it possible to reintroduce or re-inject happiness into this connection in an effort to stabilize it? And if that's not a possibility, is there a way that I can transform it and still keep it in my life? Again, maybe like going from partner to friends or something like that, or even leaving the job, but leaving on a good note. And you have the Three of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like this is where the heartbreak comes in, because regardless of what this other entity is to you, I feel like you would like to try to salvage this connection. You want to salvage the friendship, or you don't want to move on from this job, or you don't want to move from this community. Again, I don't know who this is, but it seems here like you're heavily conflicted, that you don't really want to separate. You actually would like to try again, despite the disappointments, or despite the setback, or despite the heartache. But with the Emperor to the Page of Swords, this just seems to be like a very much of like a wait and see kind of attitude. The Emperor is your energy here, whether you're masculine or feminine. And I feel like this is like you saying, okay, I have to take control of this connection or this situation. I don't know if I want to leave it. I either have a lot of time or a lot of resources wrapped up in it, maybe both for some of you. And until I can figure out whether or not I want to abandon it for good, or if it's possible to transform it in some way, I'm just going to kind of have this wait and see approach. So I do feel like you're taking ownership in respect to how this will play out. but you very much have the like, I have to wait and see. I don't want to make any knee-jerk reaction here. I don't want to just quit my job without having another job lined up, or maybe even giving this job another opportunity or another chance. But then something happens here in the month of November, and what happens here is that that deception is discovered. You have the Seven of Swords to the Chariot, and I feel like you're in this like watch and see mode, right? I'm going to see how things play out at work. I'm going to see how things play out in this connection or this romantic partnership. But I feel like once you realize that there is deception here at play, it's almost giving you the realization that like this Five of Pentacles is being purposely done to you. Like this person has purposely withdrawn from you, or this job is purposely keeping this raise or promotion from you. I feel like this solidifies your decision where you entered a month, you're not sure. And it's like, well, maybe we could salvage this, or maybe we can transform it. But I feel like by the latter part of the month, the feeling here seems to be because of some kind of lie or deception or trickery here that is discovered, whether it's this individual admitting it to you, telling you about it, or you're seeing it firsthand, or you're hearing about it secondhand. The feeling here now seems to be, now I know that I need to move on from it. And you have the Six of Swords and you have the Chariot again. And the Six of Swords is how we started the spread, but it was plagued with that Nine of Swords of like, I don't know if I should move on from this. But then the Six of Swords to the Chariot, I feel like by the end of the month, there seems to be some recognition here within you. I can't stay here. I can't stay here. I can't continue engaging. I don't just need to like transform this connection. I need to completely end it. Seems to be the feeling here. And the Three of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles, I feel like this is you. You're starting to put in the work to maybe plant some seeds elsewhere. So I could be speaking to a Taurus. If this is a career and finance reading, by the end of the month, you're looking for another job. This is a housing situation, which I really don't have any indication of that, although it's possible. I feel like this is you then pouring some pentacle energy into maybe looking for another place to live. And for those of you where this is any other type of connection, like with a friend, family member, or lover, I do feel like you're working on letting go this person. And I don't know what that specifically means to you, but there seems to be an active role on your part. And in the After Tarot deck, we don't have the feeling of people coming together like in other tarot decks. The Three of Pentacles shows a collaboration. This is more like you individually here. It seems to be like you're looking at the Three Pentacles. I think you're looking at this connection. This almost seems like a farewell. Like I've done all that I can do. In the After Tarot deck, the sculpture, the statue that this individual was originally working on, it's been complete. There's a feeling here like there's no more left. There's nothing left to do here. There's nothing left to hold on to here. And so when we move into December, we see you with Justice, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Swords. And it looks like you are then making that decision permanent or final, if you will. So moving forward to like find another job, moving forward to find another living situation, moving forward on maybe even how to like move on from this person. And we have the Six of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, and we have the Tower. I feel like it comes as a bit of a shock to this individual. It appears here there's some communication, and you're telling this person that you're either blocking them or your connection with them is over, or that the two of you won't be in touch much. This could very well be you like giving your job notice. Whoever the other entity is here that you seem to be like telling them like your final verdict, like you're making this decision here that you're blocking forward movement with them, or you're blocking forward funding, or you're blocking forward communication. I feel like this person doesn't take it that well. It comes as a shock or as a blow to them. They kind of feel like they're being cut off from your life. And then there is an apology here. The Page of Cups to the Three of Swords. It looks like this person does attempt to apologize to you for whatever this Seven of Swords behavior was. But I see you here, the King of Cups is dumping out the cup. So I see you dumping it out. You're not accepting this person's apology. And then we have the Eight of Wands, the Hangman, and the World card. I feel like you have been enlightened that this connection is now over, or the contract here is over, and I do see you moving on and moving forward to close out this connection in the new year. So again, I don't know what this is for you, Taurus. I could be speaking to a Taurus where you've already had the separation, divorce, and maybe this is an individual you're paying alimony or child support to. And it could be something like by the end of the year, those payments will be stopping. Either you're paying them out or you're receiving them. You know, I don't know where you are on that in that scenario, but it could be something like this of notification of like the final payment, either that you have to pay or the final payment that you're receiving. For others of you, this could be you moving towards divorce or you moving towards legal separation from someone that you once had or maybe currently have the 10 of Pentacles with. And for others of you, this is you definitely moving on to another job come December, like if this is career and finance. And if it's a friend or a family member, I actually see you cutting ties with this person, possibly even like blocking them. It's like blocking communication, or it's almost like it's not open for a discussion. So if this is work and you give them your 2-week notice and they try convincing you to stay, you're like, I don't want to hear it. I have another job. So it seems to be a little bit more final in December, and then it looks like a little bit of a further follow-up in early part of the new year in January. But whatever this connection is for you, it is coming to an end. And it is a decision here that you appear to be making. And I just kind of feel like this is you going internal this month to figure out how you're going to close this out. And again, I feel like for the better part of the month, you were hoping to try to salvage it or transform it in some way. But whatever this deception is, I feel like that seems to be the last straw here for you. Let's get you a couple oracle cards and then we'll close it out with kippers. One card here, please, for that top row for Taurus. Middle portion of the month. And then the last portion of the month, please. Okay. The first card that came out, Taurus, you have detoxed your friendships and your connections. And I think that's what you're doing, whether it is romantic, like I said, in nature, platonic, like with a friend or family member, or it even could be in terms of professional connections. I do see you heavily contemplating, how do I keep this toxic individual or this toxic entity in my life? Can I transform it in some way? But I do think that you're being guided here to be very discerning when it comes to your energy, to your pentacle resources. And again, I feel like you're trying to give this entity the benefit of the doubt, but by the end of the month, that seems to be coming to an end. The second card that came out was exercise to increase your energy and manifestation. So that might be something that you want to do in the month of November. Eat better, take better care of yourself. You are an earth sign after all, so maybe you want to reground yourself. Meditation, prayer, yoga, and maybe even walks in nature, depending on the climate where you are in the world. And then you have positivity, faith, and optimism. And it says you're opening the doorway now to positive experiences and new opportunities. And I think that's what you're doing. I don't think you're consciously doing that. Again, I feel like this seems to be a connection here in your life that you very much would have liked to have saved or salvaged. Again, but the feeling here seems to be it's coming to an end. I do think you're recognizing this person as a soulmate, but there is something here about leaving them behind, particularly when we get to the month of December. Can we get a couple more oracle cards here for Taurus? And it's possible for some of you with that 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles, you could find out that there's some financial deception here at play. Like you were up for a raise or a promotion and you find out it went to another coworker. Or if you are going through a divorce or you're considering a divorce, you could find out that your person was like allocating funds or keeping another income stream from you. So for some of you, it very well could be financially related that makes you go, oh, that's what they've been doing. Oh, I see. So it could be that. And that's only for those of you where you are heavily contemplating divorce or you're already in the thick of it. One card here for the middle portion of the month. Yeah. Yeah, the first card says forgiveness. And I think that's what you're trying to do here. I think there's something here of like, can I forgive what has happened here? Is there a way for me to like maybe open my heart again to this person or transform this connection with them? You know, can I restore happiness to the work environment so I'm not going there dreading it every day? So I do see you going back and forth with this probably for the first 2 weeks of the month. We have that awaken to acceptance and divine love card. So again, I see the struggle here of like, I really don't want to leave this place, or I really don't want to excommunicate this person from my life. But then you have divine intervention here. And it actually says divine director. And I had felt like you were being redirected elsewhere. And I think that's the feeling that you're getting. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. And I do think you're being guided away from the situation, environment, or connection. And that's because happiness is your purpose. And it looks like whatever this was ceased to be happy a long time ago, probably because of some deception here that took place. The bottom of the deck, you have house and you have bad health. So yeah, I feel like at one point this was structured and stable situation, environment, or connection in your life, but now it's really on its last leg. And I think that Seven of Swords seems to be the last chance that you're giving this entity. Again, I do see an apology in December, but I don't believe you're accepting it. Let's get 2 cards here for the top row, Taurus. 2 cards for the top row. Okay. 2 cards for the middle row here for Taurus. Okay. And for the final row. Thank you. Okay, Taurus. So in the top row, you have false person and you have distant horizons. I think you're trying to make something work here with a false soulmate, meaning a karmic soulmate. And it's kind of like, in time, can I fix this relationship? Again, I feel like the Seven of Swords has already happened. I just think you're finding out about more in December. It seems to be kind of like the last nail in the coffin kind of feeling. So I don't think this is the first time that the Seven of Swords has happened, because remember, you're already entering the month feeling like in the Five of Pentacles because of whomever this is. But there seems to be something here of like, can I transform it in time, or should I just walk away from it in time? You then had community on the side, and you also had lovers on the side. And again, lovers card is the ultimate choice card in tarot. And there seemed that community card is very much like the Three of Cups. Like, can I restore happiness to this connection, or can I transform it in some way to keep it in my life? For the most part of the month, I don't think that you're definitively making that decision, because again, the cards came out on the side. But towards the end, we have Thief in the reverse and we have Sudden Wealth. I think for some of you, you are discovering, this is the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So I think for some of you, you are finding out some kind of lie here is being uncovered. And for some of you, may have to do with your fortune. For others of you, the Sudden Wealth card to the Thief card in the reverse is like this suddenly comes to you again. Either you catch this person in a lie, they own up and admit to what they've done or what they've been doing. Or for others of you, you're finding out about it secondhand, but it's tangible. You're receiving it from a credible source. Bottom of the deck, you have occupation. So for some of you, it could be work related. We have privileged lady and we have bad health. So I feel like the connection that you have with this individual is unhealthy for you. Could be financially unhealthy. You could even be feeling here in the month of November, like dealing with this person is exhausting you, or maybe leading up to November even, you have felt more tired than usual and you don't understand where it's coming from. I think it's because being connected to this false person, to this karmic energy, is probably depleting you of your energetic resources. You may not have made that connection though until now. So I see you being a lot happier in the future. If I go beyond that tower, I see the Ace of Wands, a new beginning. I see the Sun card, happiness. I see Page of Cups. I see the Two of Wands. This is like, I don't know, your heart is opening up and you're just so much happier as you move into 2026 and beyond. And I think that might be when you realize that dealing with this entity was a drain for you, either a financial drain or, like I said, an energetic drain for many of you. But that's what I have for you, Taurus, for the month of November 2025. It looks like you're very close here to making a decision to leave someone behind. It does not appear like they will be part of the next chapter of your life, but that is a decision that you will be making based on some new knowledge here that is discovered in the month. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I wish you a lot of luck with this. Stay strong, my bull gang. You are the backbone of the zodiac, whatever this is. I have no doubt that you will become wiser and stronger for it, and you will in time be able to move on. And it appears here you will find happiness again. So please don't let this situation be too heavy for you in the month ahead. My thoughts will be with you, Taurus. That is what I have for you. If you like these messages, if they resonated with you, if you want to claim all or part of them, or maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, Taurus, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.